Hey, brothers and sisters, we've got the groovy new trailer for that movie, Star Wars. I'm Sasha Pearl-Raver, and this is Screen Junkies News. It's May 25th, 1977, which means it's release day for the latest film from American Graffiti director George Lucas. Before you head to the theater, though, let's take a look at the trailer for his film, The Star Wars. Here to go through it with me are Roth Cornett and Joe Starr, and on Mailbag, we've got our friend Matt Key.
Hey, Matt. Hey, I actually think it's just Star Wars.
Oh, well, whatever. I mean, it's got nothing on Star Trek.
Right on.
Hey, I just wanted to address our viewers in case you're like weirded out because there's two chicks here or whatever. Most of our staff went to see Kansas 2 weeks ago, and we haven't seen them since. So just bear with us, and you know, I'm here and Matt's here, and these two secretaries or whatever are here.
I actually have a PhD in film theory.
Whatever, Josie and the Pussycat. That's far out. Just let's just bang it out, man.
I actually studied journalism at Columbia, but that's okay. So we've got these two characters. One is called Chewbacca, and he's a Wookiee, and then there's Princess Leia, and they look pretty cool. I mean, check that out. I love that hair situation on her, not him.
No,
Yeah, the princess is played by Carrie Fisher, who I already love. She's great. She was awesome in Shampoo. She was so right on. Her mom is Debbie Reynolds, who is an icon, obviously. And I don't know if you guys know this, but George Lucas already has done sci-fi. And not a lot of people saw it, but he did a movie called THX. So this is pretty familiar territory for him, and I think it's probably going to feel a lot like THX in the tone. Very somber.
Oh, right. Wasn't that actually his classroom? It was like THX like 1138 or something, and it was like a class he took at USC or something like that? Yeah?
Yeah, radical.
Joe, what do you think? What do you think about the Wookiee?
all I know about this horse dog man is he's pretty far out.
Do you think they're like together? Do you think this is some sort of like awesome, freaky space romance?
That'd be crazy,
right?
man.
Like I see sparks right there.
Yeah,
Big time.
I see definitely a lot of chemistry.
And we've also got another character named Luke Skywalker. Now, Joe, funny story, you actually like kind of know how he got in the movie?
I mean, I'm skywalking right now, if you know what I'm saying, man. But yeah, dude, this is kind of a cool story. My buddy, Robert Englund, actually got him part. He was auditioning for Apocalypse Now and saw the auditions for this. And so he hopped in my Trans Am with me, and we drove and found this dude, Luke Skywalker, or Mark Hamill, sorry, man. And we were like, Mark, you'd be perfect for this. And he was like, okay.
That's awesome. That's so righteous.
I dig it.
Yeah, we also got to look at the title sequence. Can we like look at a little bit of that?
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's a little fast.
Oh my God, it's like coming right at us.
Yeah.
Do we have to duck?
This is a pretty new technology.
Do you dig this? I'm like, this is so tripped out.
It's super groovy. It's a brand new technology. It's so advanced. It's so next level.
Yeah.
Ladies, get behind me. It's not stopping.
Whoa! Oh my God! That's amazing. That's amazing. How did they even do that?
That was out of sight, man. I don't even know.
Super out
I
of
feel like I'm
sight.
back at that Kansas show right now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're using really advanced technology in order to create this film. I've been reading a lot about it in Starlog. But I think that we should also note, Joe, that I think Luke Skywalker, from what we've seen before, might be more of the love interest more than
the horse dog?
Than the Wookiee,
Oh, is that how you say it? Wookiee?
I believe.
It looked
yeah,
like
actually.
Wookiee.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Mark Hamill, he's super dreamy. But then we get somebody named Darth Vader, who apparently is the villain in this film. And he's wearing like this crazy helmet thing. Like, look at that. How do you even breathe in that?
That thing looks crazy.
Right?
Well, again, according to Starlog, he's actually a Dark Lord. And then Starburst theorized that he used to be a former Jedi Knight.
What's a Jedi Knight?
I'm not exactly sure. They're theorizing that there may be sort of like overlords in this world, or like Knights of the Round Table.
Oh.
like Arthurian knights. Is what I would
have
say.
knights in space, man. That's where astronauts live. What's this? What is this movie, man?
I don't know, man. But we also have somebody who is so dreamy, who I totally fell in love with in American Graffiti. Harrison Ford is playing a character named Han Solo. Vest. Yes, a man in a vest is like my favorite thing. He's got a ship called the Millennium Falcon, and it looks like he's just basically like rocking out space.
Yeah, so there was actually another thing that I read. The model maker said that they just didn't really want to produce a basic flying saucer. They wanted to do something really different. And actually one of the pieces of inspiration was half of an eaten hamburger. Yeah, for the look of the ship. I don't know if you guys knew that. And
I'd truck through a hamburger right now.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So
I just think it's weird that Harrison Ford's doing this because, you know, like I thought he wanted to be like taken seriously as an actor, like, and you just don't see A-list performers doing movies like this.
Well, there were actually a couple of other people that were in contention for this role. Like, there was a possibility that Christopher Walken was going to play this part. Al Pacino, possibly. I mean, Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds. And Smokey and the Bandit also comes out this weekend. And Smokey and the Bandit is going to smoke Star Wars at the box office.
I think we have to say, like, this is the kind of movie, if we look at this, like, we're gonna love it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all gonna love this movie.
It looks radical.
So radical,
dream
so
on.
right on.
Dream on if you think we're gonna live in a world where a caliber like Burt Reynolds is in a movie like this.
Yeah, you think about the star power of Burt Reynolds. It's gonna be really difficult for this movie to come up against that. But I will say about Harrison Ford, though, I think he was working as a carpenter.
He was.
So it's pretty right on that he got this job in a way.
You guys know who else was a carpenter?
Jesus?
Yeah, man.
I dig it.
That's cool. I mean, but let's go back to Burt Reynolds because obviously we're talking about Burt Reynolds and Burt Reynolds is like the best.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any way, there's no way that this
the mustache is real?
No, the mustache is totally real. But there's no way that like he's gonna lose to this movie. Do you think he would ever regret not being in this movie when he could be in Smokey and the Bandit? Right, Joe? Like, I'm right?
I mean, Smokey and the Bandit's going to be one of those just like forever films, man. But like, you know, you're fried if you think that like this is something people are going to want on their resume.
Yeah.
Like it looks neat and that I'm feeling that horse dog, but like.
It's like,
what about that crazy explosion title like coming right at your face?
I mean, it was cool, but
it's
like.
cool, but if you think about science fiction and stuff, it's like, you know.
It's not gonna make Smokey
Look,
and the
I
Bandit
mean, no
money.
offense to like geeks and dweebs, like you like what you like, but like, you know, this is the real world. This is America, not your basement or your beanbags or whatever.
Well, there are other things in this movie that make it really cool. Like there's these robots. There's one called C-3PO and there's one called R2-D2. And I'm just like, what does that stand for? Like, what do you think like C-3PO stands for?
Let me guess. What's his C-3PO?
C-3PO.
Connecticut 3, Pennsylvania 0.
So it's like a driver's?
No,
it's like a
hang on.
license plate?
I can do better. Corvette PO.
What's the 3?
I don't know what it stands for, man.
House of Hammer actually it spells it out as phonetically, so I think it's just that. I think it's just R2-D2. C3. I just think it's.
Whoa.
I just think
Okay.
it's like just that.
Well, so we also
weird
get Alec Guinness in this, and he's got this radical thing called a light sword.
I'm sorry. Actually, it's a lightsaber. It's what they changed it to a lightsaber.
They did?
Yeah.
When? Because the last thing that I saw, I thought it was House of Hammer said that it was a light sword.
No, it's a lightsaber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lightsaber, and Alec Guinness has one. So how do you think they got these? Like, what does this thing mean? What does it do?
So I'm not sure. It's a weapon, obviously. And again, if you think about like knights and what they did and they used swords and things like that, I will say too that, again, they're using really cool and radical technology here. They have John Sears who created those lightsabers.
So they got them from Sears.
No.
I misheard you.
The man's name is John Sears. He's like super dig it, radical, good at he's a person. It's not a department store. Anyway, he coated them.
Honey, you're doing a really good job. Don't get upset.
Okay, let's actually look at some action in this movie just to because everybody can agree that action's really cool. Let's take a look at this other little bit that they just released. Can we roll the clip?
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 Can we roll it? Oh.
Whoa.
Right?
Look at that.
Whoa.
He's picking that dude up.
I think,
But that crazy swing?
that had to be massive.
Huge, massive. I
Yeah.
mean,
Really
I feel like I've
cool.
never seen anything like that before. And they're not being held up by anything. That's so dangerous.
Yeah.
And that looks like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Yeah, that's not. That's the princess. Yes.
This seems like a dangerous set. Like people are swinging like that, and they've got these laser swords that just he just had that in a crowd of people.
Yeah. Well, and also, what do you think about the helmet guy getting all angry and throwing that dude?
Yeah. Well, I think that the effects again and sort of they put a lot of effort into making really great fight sequences. Those who don't know the idea of this Death Star, it's a 200-mile space station according to Starlog.
That's a huge set.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's. I think they probably built it to scale.
And there's also other helmet people.
Yeah.
Did you see that? There were all these white helmet people behind black helmet people.
Which makes you think that they're probably the good guys, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Because
they're kind of I think they're
White hat, black hat.
Yeah.
They're
It's sort of
coming in
a-
for backup.
Right, it's sort of like a Western
Also,
vibe.
can we go back? I'm talking about these unsafe working conditions, but look how low that door frame is, man. One of those guys is going to hit his head on that. That's
yeah.
not safe.
Yeah.
Well, you want to talk about unsafe? I want you guys to take a look at the weapon because we actually see the Light Saber in action. Look at this.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Joe, you actually saw that. Look at that.
Whoa.
Right?
I don't know, you guys. I feel like this could really be a game changer for sci-fi. Right?
You think?
I kind of am starting to, because if you sort of look at everything that we've been researching to date, and everything that we're seeing that is so pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
I so dig it.
Yeah.
I don't dig it as much as Kansas. May our team rest in peace.
Wherever
But
they might
I
be.
super dig it.
Yeah. Well, and here's the other thing. We get this other shot of the Millennium Falcon, and I feel like this actually tells us a lot about what the movie is going to be. And it looks like they're in, I guess, according to House of Hammer, at the end of the movie, there's a big climactic battle where they try to drop a bomb through a vent into the Death Star.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Millennium Falcon is in the Death Star so that they can destroy it.
I don't think that ship could fit in a vent, though. So it's probably not that ship.
Can I tell you guys something though? That makes sense to me that a vent would be, because we've got, these vents in our house, and I keep telling my mom these things are dangerous, man, and she just doesn't listen to me.
Yeah.
And I totally get it.
Well, but here's the thing. If the vent doesn't work this time, they could always just make another movie where they figure out how to get the thing in the vent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you have any final thoughts?
It's weird
It seems
to make another movie, though.
I guess.
Like
yeah,
a-
because
like
once
a
you've made one
sequel?
movie,
Once you've made one,
well, you don't need to
you
do
don't
another
need,
one.
that's
how
the
many?
movie.
Yeah, how many laser sword stores or
Right.
whatever? Can
Yeah.
you tell?
You're totally right.
I know it's not a big deal, but I just want to they are lightsabers. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
did want to
Sure.
yeah, no, they're
so
lightsabers.
I think that this,
Okay, lady.
you're saying, Roth, I think that they really are pushing the envelope here. They're really trying to make something original and new and we've never seen before.
Yeah,
And
so that just needs to be on its own,
Look.
one
Yeah.
movie.
You know-
But I'm excited for this. Do you guys have any final thoughts?
I totally wasn't, kind of digging this, and but call it a fry or whatever. But after seeing some more of this footage, man, keep trucking, George Lucas, because
Yeah.
this looks like a cool movie.
Yeah,
This looks
I
like a
dig
good
it.
flick.
I think it looks so
I super
groovy.
dig it, and I think we just want to say again to our fallen colleagues that they died doing what's groovy, and you can't blame them for that.
They died doing what they love, man.
We love them.
Drugs.
We also love Matt Key. And Matt Key, we're going to bring in now because we got some great mailbag answers to our Annie Hall episode last week. Matt Key, what did the people have to say?
Sasha, we've got Meredith from Boston who said, I'll go back to Paul Simon's hotel room anytime. Remember that scene in Annie Hall. We've also got A Woman in Suspenders. This movie is outrageous. That's from Doug in Cincinnati. I actually really like The Suspenders. I don't know about y'all, but yeah. Anyway, spoiler alert. I wish they had wound up together. Alex from Houston.
I like that spoiler alert.
Well, you know, you don't want to
Did you
ruin
make
the
that
movie.
up?
You know, no, yeah, I just did. You don't want to ruin the movie or spoil it. So, spoiler alert.
That's good thinking, Matt Key.
Hey,
Do you know
thinking
what's
ahead.
weird, Matt? I don't know why, like, just instead of me and Sasha, you weren't up here the whole time. It's just weird, right?
Well, he's so
like
tall.
that we had.
I'm just
Sit
real
behind the
tall, you know.
microphone.
And honestly, like, I've got nothing on this movie. I don't really kind of care about it. Like, got nothing to say.
You girls seem so excited to be able to do this. I just didn't want to like shut you down because there was another guy here.
We really appreciate the opportunity too. Like, this has been
You're
a really
welcome.
big moment for us, and I look forward to doing it again in another maybe 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
This is great.
Probably
Well,
not, though.
We're a very progressive station here. Hey, yeah, later, guys.
Thank you, Matt Key.
Thank you, Matt
And remember,
Key.
if you want your thoughts read on the air, send us a letter at Mailbag. You know the address. Of course, let us know what you thought about this Star Wars trailer. Not the Star Wars.
Yeah, that's so radical. Right on. I dig it, girl. But actually, the original title was Adventures of Luke Star Killer. Whoa. As taken from the Journal of Willis Saga 1, The Star Wars.
That's a cool journal.
Oh, that is a very cool journal. I don't know. Smoking the Bandit might get a serious run for their money. We want to know what you thought of this Star Wars trailer, though. Hit us up in the mailbag. You know the address. And of course, be with us next week, where hopefully we'll still be here.
Probably
and we're going to
not,
be
though.
discussing William Friedkin's destined to be major summer hit, Sorcerer.
That's gonna.
Oh,
look at that poster.
Look at that poster.
That's gonna make like
$1 million.
at least $1 million.
Roy Scheider's in it, of course.
They've got my 225.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Click here for more awesome Screen Junkies news and click the logo to subscribe.